Hey YouTube. So I already did a request for my least favorite Melvins album, so now I have to do one for my favorite Melvins album. And then after a lot of deliberation and like reflection and thinking, I was like, oh, I have to think about this all the time. It took like 3 days, but I decided Stag was probably going to be my favorite. It could have been Houdini, it could have been Stoner Witch, but Stag I have a lot of good memories with. Stag was a good time for me. It was the last album they made for their major label deal contract with Atlantic Records in 1996. I feel that Stag is my favorite album. Other than personal reasons, it's just like a well-rounded album. It's balanced. It showcases the Melvins' extremely experimental side. Like, it's got a bunch of like ambient, scary tracks on here, noise tracks. It's got like some neo psychedelic country on here too, and then it also that balances out with their like more typical standard sludge metal, stoner metal, cockfest kind of music they always do, the rock out riffs and stuff too. It's got great production. It's got an array of instruments on here. The Melvins have one song with like a heavy metal trombone solo. It's got sitar intros. Some songs are just lo-fi, little low-key bongo interludes and stuff. It's got the sound of soup boiling on a couple tracks. It's just crazy. It's a silly little album. The Melvins had a lot of fun recording it. It has great production because they had like their last major studio deal with it and stuff too, and they really took advantage of it, and it really shows. It showcases just a variety of sides and like really showcases the Melvins' sense of humor and like nonchalant attitude towards music. Like, they're great musicians and they write great like metal tracks and stuff too, but they're also like just silly, and they still like to fuck with people on here and stuff and show how weird they are. It's got some nice festive art on here, some like, I don't know if that's a dead flower plant or I don't know what's going on with that plant, but it looks freaky. Yeah, it's got like this kind of like Mexican festival art on it. I don't know. Lots of references to goat gods and stuff, and then I don't know. Pretty silly art. I don't know really. Here's a picture of the band, little caricatures. The boys there. King Buzzo on his hill of snakes, and Dale's there with his sacrificial lamb. Who knows what Mark's doing? He's riding a pony. Yeah, this album has everything. Like I said, it has a lot of variety and variation in songs. It's weird, catchy moments, scary, heavy moments, you know, with the pop, psychedelic country moments. It's got a heavy metal trombone solo. Like, I don't know. It'd be a good place to start if you never got into a Melvins album. But Melvins have all kinds of albums like that. They rarely re-record the same album twice. Like I said, it's a good compromise album for Melvins fans, because it's got the weird and the rock and the metal. It's got, you know, because Melvins have a lot of albums that are just either straight up sludge rock, straight up weird experimentalism, like on, especially on Colossus of Density, where they just went fucking crazy with the experimental side. But yeah, it's cool, it's fun to listen to, it's interesting, it's very unique. You've never heard an album like this before, I guarantee it. And I don't know, maybe it's because when I was 16 years old. No, I heard this the first time it came out when I was 16. I heard it when I was 19 for the first time, and I was really into bands like Ween and stuff like that, really weird bands. So maybe that's why this really caught on with me, because it had like all the kind of weirdness that I had in like Ween albums, but they threw some rock in it. But yeah, Melvin's still one of my favorite bands, one of my favorite albums by them. My favorite for today will be Stag.